together. And unfortunately, it was a little bit too late.
What about, so you guys are here, you're right, Todd is finishing your sentences, they are holding hands, for everyone who's listening that is not watching, like, they're holding hands, so I mean, you guys seem, but do you, listen, you've been around reality TV forever, like, do you guys worry at all, like, about, the fact that there's now, you're back on the show?
I do, we've had this conversation together, and my personal life has always been more important than my professional life. And I had this conversation with him that if I know that it's something that will affect our marriage and our relationship and my family's life and my family life, that I will step down. My family and Todd, my kids are more important to me than the show. And I think I've always demonstrated that.
I think she's great for the show, and I think she's a tremendous role model. So I like her doing the show. I don't like to be involved, maybe some of the other husbands may want to be involved, but I think for her the platform is terrific, and I think she really is inspiring to a lot of women, so she should do the show. And I think people who watch the show need to know that it is a show about what it's about, but behind the scenes, I mean, she's been spending the whole day working on a toy drive for Christmas. I mean, stressed out all morning trying to get this going, so she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes with this platform to help things and help people out, so I think it's great.
No, and I think so too. I mean, I feel that, my story has been a little bit different from the other housewives in other cities and in my own city. So I like the fact that people do come up to me and say, "Oh, you inspire me and I look up to you," and in so many different ways. So to me, I like that. I say that that's the best part about doing a show like this. And I've always actually even thanked Bravo and thanked being on a show like this because it's helped me a lot in my personal life and in my family life, with my kids. And I'm very grateful to them, honestly. Not only, some women like to say it, "Oh, I'm grateful to them because I got my own beauty line or I made so much money from them." No, I think it's helped me a lot in my own personal life and in my family life. And then when it doesn't, we always have that choice, to step down.
And if you saw it was causing problems, you truly would step down.
100%. They actually asked me that question before, and I've always said that, and it's a conversation that we've had together. But you know what? I feel like a lot of the ladies use that as an excuse. Like, "Oh, my husband's divorcing me because of the show." No. I think that there's more there than that. So, and I hate to talk about this, but in my ex relationship, that they weren't supporting me and that, Herman didn't want me to do the show. And he was always like, I'm going to divorce you. We ended up getting divorced or separated, not because of the show. Ironically so. So, sometimes, like, in that case, you have to do what's good for you, not what the man tells you to do. But in my case with Todd, like, if I saw that the show was a big pressure and we were not enjoying it and it was causing problems between him and I would definitely step down.
Wow. It's so hard to picture the Miami Housewives without you, Alexia.
Oh,
she's not going anywhere.
Okay. I mean, just, you guys are doing fine, so we don't need to worry about that. Who do you think, fits in? Because, you talk about, like, the OGs, and now we have, like, who do you think fits in the best out of the new people? Like Nicole, Gertie, Julia? Who's kind of the best that has assimilated into this group of OGs?
Well, I mean, I wanted to say Larsa, but Larsa, I consider her an OG, even though she was only on for one season. And it was a different kind of season, our season 1. But I think she was able, to come back. And I always thought she would be amazing. And I missed her. And the fact that I knew the show was coming back, I'm like, Larsa needs to come back. So it's kind of like she's new, but she wasn't. So I don't know how you would consider her, but I think she's the most housewifey. And
I think you could put Larsa on any show, she's going to perform.
I think she was made for
that too.
She
just has the right thing to say. She's good.
So.
Yeah.
Is it a fair fight? So, like, look, last season, season 4, we saw, like, this is the scene that sticks out to me, that tension between Marisol and Nicole. It was at the dinner, and then it was outside in the Hamptons. When they're going at it, it's like, Nicole, honey, we have Marisol. She's invented the game along with you. Is it a fair fight when there's, like, an OG getting in disagreement?
Well, I mean, Nicole's married to an attorney, so she's schooled really well.
That's true.
And besides that, I think it's like her personality too. I think actually she really is like a lot different on camera. That's like, I think that's the problem. I don't like to call it problem, but what I kind of like dislike about her is the fact that off camera she's like one person and on camera she's a different person. And I think sometimes, when these girls like sign up to do the show, they do like a different kind of casting on this and that. They say all this kind of stuff, but then when they get into the group and we start filming, they want to be like, oh, I'm so nice, I'm so sweet, I want to be good with everyone. And it's really not like that, because I know how you really are behind the scene. So I think it's a little bit of that.
So what, like Nicole is nice on the show to all of you?
Yeah, I mean, she
but-
wants to be good and, kind of like the peacemaker, and like, I'm the doctor and I'm like smarter than all of you. And, I just want to keep it all together. And just like, I'm about empowering women, which you can be. But at the same time, these kind of shows, you have to be real. Like, whoever you are, just be you. And because, you can't fake it or lie about it for a long time, because you're going to get called out, and, you can't lie to the camera or to the viewers. Thank God.
The truth always comes out. So what, off camera, Nicole is maybe not as friendly with the rest of you?
No, I think she's trying a lot now more, because I think she's, starting to understand the show. And, this is a show not only about her, or not only about me, not only about Marisol, it's about women, and it's about friendships. And it's about, us being, moms, us being wives, and going through different things, being professionals, having businesses, and, being able to speak about anything without really, like, getting into a major fight. And just, like, not moving forward, And I think that we're all kind of, this season, we're all getting there. We're all comfortable with each other. We can talk about whatever we need to talk about and just, like, move forward.
Who shocked you the most this season coming up, either good or bad? Anyone shock you? Or if you observed anything, Todd, you could weigh in on this.
What do you think? I try to not talk to him so much about the housewives, because poor thing.
I let her do that with Marisol, her best friend. They're on the phone
Yes.
for hours and hours. And
No,
I
can
am
you believe
sure.
this? Yeah, well, you see, that's another thing too. So, like, since the other girls know that Marisol and I are super good friends, I think that they're kind of like afraid to become friends with me, like, independently, because they feel like they're competing with my friendship with Marisol. And I disagree with that. And I've had this conversation with some of the girls, because I can be friends with Marisol even if Marisol doesn't like you. Like, I have that capacity, and in my real life, I do that. And I like to get along with everybody and be friends with everybody, but, like, I don't have an agenda. I'm not gonna say, well, okay, or none of the girls are gonna have an influence on me on who I really like or don't. But I feel like the new girls came into the season thinking, well, those are the OGs. They have these strong ties and they have these strong friendships, and it's them against us. Or it's us against them, and I don't like that. It doesn't have to be that way, and it really doesn't, because, I mean, I could have been friends with any of the new girls. I think they're a great addition. I love each and every one of them. I love, like, who they are, but sometimes I like them more off camera than on camera, because I'm like, I know how you really are. But then if you call them out, and then you're, like, mean, oh, you're a bully, oh, you're so mean. No, like, I know who you really are. Let's
I
get
agree
there.
with her on that one, because we've had the opportunity, like, Anthony and Nicole, before the show came out, we had dinner with them. And then when we were in Paris, we met up with Julia. So we've had the chance to be with these people before the show or outside the show.
Yeah, we, like,
and
hang
I'm
out
like,
with them.
oh, they're so wonderful, they're so great. And then she'll tell me what happened. I'll say, they did what? It can't be that same person. And you get all frustrated.